Hello everyone, my name is Jessamine Giunono, your pre-service teacher for today. Let's continue our lesson 3, writing a bibliography. Okay, what is our learning objectives for today? At the end of the lesson, you should be able to do the following. First, determine the purpose of the bibliography. Second is construct your own bibliography using different citation style. Okay? The bibliography is the list of all the works, whether online or offline, that were used and cited in the text that you have read or are writing. Okay? What is the purpose of a bibliography? The purpose of a bibliography is to avoid plagiarism or borrowing words and ideas without acknowledging their original sources. Essential question: is a bibliography different from a reference list? The reference list is slightly different from the bibliography as it only lists the sources that you direct use in the paper. Number 2, what kind of sources can be cited when writing a research paper? A bibliography, of course, is a list of all the works you have cited, consulted, and otherwise used in writing your paper. Okay, what is bibliography? A bibliography lists all the sources you used for your research and even background reading. Any work you've consulted, even if you did not actively refer to them in your paper, must still be included in your bibliography. Second is a reference list is slightly different from bibliography as it only lists the sources that you directly used in your paper. The purpose of the bibliography or reference list is to help your readers find the sources that you used in your paper. It also lets you give proper credit to the author and researchers whom you consulted for their ideas. Okay? Bibliography and APA, or American Psychological Association. The APA citation style has a specific formatting guide for your bibliography or reference list. At the start of your reference list, write References as the title of the page. Indent the second and subsequent lines of each reference, double spacing in the between each reference. Use an ampersand for entires with 2 to 20 authors add before the last author. Order 2 or more publications of the same author by the year of publication, with the earlier one going first. If they are published in the same year, add a letter starting with A after the year inside the parentheses. Include this in the in-text citation as well. For example, the open parenthesis 2013A close parenthesis. Make sure URL are not underlined so that any underscores are visible. Take note. Order references with the same first author but different second authors alphabetically by the second or first. For journal titles, use headlines, style capitalized all words except articles and prepositions. For book and article titles, use sentence style, capitalize the first word of the title, subtitle after the colon, and any proper nouns. Use an in dash or a hyphen if an in dash is unavailable for your computer. For page range, there should be no spaces in between the end dash and the page numbers. For example, that is 23-30. Okay? If the medium of the source is important, use square brackets for this detail to be included. For example, Scorsese, The Procedure, and Lonergan, Key, the writer or the director, 2000. You Can Count on Me, Motion Pictures, United States, Paramount Pictures. Example 1 is the same reference is the book chapter format, the author, year, publication, chapter title, in editor, book title, page range, publisher. The Ocampo G is the author. Then the How Poverty Affects Health is the chapter title. The editor is Galvez Ed. The book title is The Health Situation in the Philippines. And the page range is 85 to 98. And the publisher is University of the Philippine Press. Okay, this is the example number 2. The article from online journal cited in the AP format using DOI or the DOI stands for Digital Objective Identifier. It is a string of characters that is used to identify a journal articles, although it can also be used in other publication types, including books. The DOI provide as permanent internet address for the items so that they are easier to find. Okay? The bibliography in MLA or the Modern Language Association, the reference list in referred to as the works cited page. It is found at the end of the paper and should give the information on any sources used in your paper. The title works cited is also included, capitalized, and centered at the beginning of the page. Okay, what is mean of works cited? Works cited is display at the conclusion of the paper, the alphabetical order. It gives full publication information for each of the sources you have cited in the paper. Okay, these are the most important format rules in the MLA citation style. First, the double line spacing. Second, 1-inch margin. Third, hanging indent or entires over one line. Fourth, the alphabetized by the author last name. MLA style provides a format of 9 core elements that you can include it for any sources: the author, title container, other contributors, version number, publisher, date, location, including only the elements that are relevant to the sources you are citing. For example, example 1, the sample sources is the same as in the first example of AP, but now it is following MLA author. Okay? Okay, that's all for today, and thank you for listening. Other contributors, version numbers, publisher, date, location, format. Ocampo Jan is the author. How poverty affects health. Okay, the title, the health situation in the Philippines, and cited by the Nico Galvez Up Press 2015, the range page 85 to 98. Bibliography in Chicago Turabian. In the Chicago Turabian citation style, a bibliography is usually used. All of the works used in the research must be included, even those that are not explicitly cited or mentioned in your paper. This is the example number 2. Two sources with the same author are cited in the MLA format. This is the example, right? And your bibliography must start with the title bibliography. Arrange your sources alphabetically by the last name of the author, editor, or whoever is cited first in the end. Hanging ended your references, single space your sources, cite the complete title with any subtitles. Titles should be separated from the subtitles with colons. Okay? Replace any ampersand in titles with N. Titles should be headline style. Titles not in English should be formatted in sentence. If 2 or more cities of publication are listed, use only the first city. If there is a DOI listed with the work used that as the location of the online source. If no DOI is available, use the stable URL. Here is an example of bibliography entry in Chicago Tribune. The Ocampo Jan, however, affects the health situation in the Philippines. Quezon City, UP Press 2015, 85 to 96. Here's the example 2. Tips. Okay? If you anticipate having to use different types of citations in the future, it may be helpful to create a table placing the citation style rules side by side. Okay? Find 3 books or articles from different discipline. Number 2, create a bibliography, enter for each one. Okay, question. Which citation style use a DOI or digital object identifier, and what is its purpose? All of the citation style use a DOI or digital object identifier when citing online sources. They are used as more reliable and easier to find links to the original sources. Question number 2. Which citation style has only one specific format for their citations where information can be added and removed as applicable? The answer is the MLA, or the Modern Language Association citation style has a very specific but simple citation format. All of their citation follows this format and order: the author, title container, other contributors, version, numbers, publisher, date, location. Okay. Another question is, identify the citation style based on the given bibliography. Enter. Explain how you were able to choose. The citation style used in the bibliography and entry in MLA, or the Modern Language Association, it follows MLA's specific format, and the translator is created using translated by. Okay? Okay, that's all for today, and thank you for listening.